Dear Master, the first question is from Hemendra Jain. He says, Nagendra Shri, heartiest pranam. My question is very simple and related with everyone. How one shall spend his day for his good health, peaceful state of mind, spiritual flowering. What's the role of food intake, role of exercises and their intensity? With warm regards.
This is the question from Hemendra. Nagendra Shri, heartiest pranam. My question is very simple and related with everything. How one should spend his day for his good health, peaceful state of mind, spiritual development, role of food intake, role of exercises and their intensity. With warm pranam. And second question, is there any impact of 5 elements, namely Mother Earth, water, fire, air, Akash, into the spiritual development of human beings? Pranam. Beloved Hemendra, development is possible only in material things, material world. What undeveloped is can be developed. Which that is undeveloped can be developed. A developer of a property of a house and who makes roads, buildings, an architect of a certain bridge and complicated structure can be developed. It's a very material world at very low level, because development is based on measurement, which you can measure. Otherwise, how you can know what has been developed? You have to have a skill to measure. And measurement is always limited. Therefore, you must be sensitive to use the words. Before you ask the question, contemplate a little. Put some energy. Be a little aware that what are you asking. Otherwise, you will ask a wrong question, and wrong question will lead you to the wrong direction, and you are already going in wrong direction. I'm telling you means the all humanity. The whole humanity has taken a wrong turn. A wrong turn and you must also learn what is limitation of the verse? Can you develop love? Can you? If you can develop love, it means it should be undeveloped. Otherwise, how you can develop? You must also have to have the capacity to think logically. Logical is driven from Latin word, which is relevant, which is valid, which is mathematically correct. Logic is not argument. Argument is very low level. It is vulgarity. But logic comes from the good minds, clean mind. Like mathematics is coming from very good mind, very higher mind, like Pythagoras. Pythagoras was not only mathematician, but he was original philosopher and mystic as well, and illuminated one. And from there comes the logic thinking brings you an order in your brain cells, in your mind. So be careful, and as I always give much emphasis to listen, and you people don't listen. What I'm telling, if you can listen even 1%, you will change. Your brain cells will change. Even 1%. But unfortunately, you don't listen. Because your priority in your life is different. Your material priority is at the first place in your life, and second is spirituality. That is the problem. Now, listen carefully without your pre-knowledge. How one should spend his day for his good health. There is no pre-prepared, already fixed rules for it. It's a wrong question. You live healthy if you are sensitive and aware. Nobody can tell you how to live healthy. It comes, it follows when you understand how important it is to be healthy. First, you have to realize why you are sick. Such question comes when you are sick, you are living ill, your body is the house of illness, then you ask this question. But the right question will be that why I am ill, why I am sick, why my body is so lazy, lethargic, and having many illness, and why I do not have energy. This is the right question. And why do you accept illness, sickness in your body? You carry on 30 years, 40 years, the same disease, and you compromise yourself. You accept this disease and take tablets, but you never question that, can I remove this disease forever? How I can be total healthy? How I can remove, eliminate, destroy the sickness? This question you never ask. It's to live healthy, actually, now understand. Now I'm going into it. It's very fine, very subtle and very sensitive things I'm going to tell you now. This very word, health, is driven from the Latin word, Greek word, holistic, the whole, which is whole is called health. Health is not only bodily, holistic. Holistic means wholeness. From wholeness, this word is driven, health. And from wholeness also, other word driven, it is called holy. Holy means which is pure. Holy, health, both have roots in holistic. This is the word. So healthy life is not only bodily food intake. It contains the way you think, your thought, your food, everything. That's why it is called holistic. You have asked the role of food intake and role of exercise and their intensity. Actually, most people do not have body intelligence. That's why they overeat, and gather the fat, gather lots of unnecessary sugar, which you cannot burn because of the modern science, computer, smartphones, and lots of comfort life. You don't burn your sugar, and you do little exercise. You go for a walk or do some exercise. It is not enough to burn what you have intake. Your intake is very higher, and your burning capacity is very lower. So you gather, as a consequence, lots of fat. And that fat then becomes the diabetics or obesity, and then destroys your joints, your organs, your brain cells. Everything is gone then, So you cannot change your food habit because you got habits, because you have no body intelligence. I'm talking the whole humanity, so I'm not talking to you only. Through your question, I'm throwing the light because you represent the whole humanity. People are same. There are everywhere the same situation. Every human being is having the same situation. They have different colors. Their eyes different, their hair different. They have different languages, but inside, this is one problem only. Every human being is facing what you are facing in India. The same as American is facing, or German, or Chinese, or Japanese, or anywhere. Why? Because they have the same habits of thought to eat more. So, listen carefully. You cannot spend your day with good health unless your thought dominates your body. So you should start with thought, not from body. Because you will start from body taking 2-3 days good food, but then your thought will attack, your habits will attack on you and demand a spicy and fatty food, because your thought is lonely actually. From loneliness it comes. So this question should be asked, that why you live unhealthy? What is the main causes? And you should learn to put the right question. And then the right answer can change you. Many people start from good food, but their mind is still contaminated. There are lots of people you can see in India and everywhere, they eat good food, organic food, but it is not enough. You have asked peaceful state of mind. You cannot have peaceful state of mind. But the peace comes when you understand your inner monkey, which is very superficial. You cannot be peaceful directly. If you try to be peaceful, you will become more disturbed, more unpeaceful. You should ask here why you are not peaceful, why you are so hectic, stressed, why you are so engaged with petty things, little trivial things, why your mind is chit-chattering always. Your mind is chit-chat box. That's why you're chatting innerly, and outerly you're chatting with your smartphone. This smartphone and the software had destroys the human capacities of thinking. Man is already suffering from chit-chatting, inner chit-chatting. Now he got electronic device to chit-chat. That's why you call it chatting. That's why you build the group, WhatsApp group of chatting. You vomit your inner chatting through your smartphone. You cannot be peaceful unless you watch your movements of hectics, your stress. It is not so easy. You want a pill that I tell you how to be peaceful, and you will then practice, then surely you will become more unpeaceful. But I can tell you how to eliminate the thought, which is the root cause of your living such hectic life, where there's no peace in your life. Your mind is always unstable. You are moving different direction at the same time, and therefore you lose lots of energy. You are dissipating your energy through many holes. Have you ever watched your body? Can you few minutes sit down without movement? It is very difficult because thoughts attack on you. Therefore, if you want the state of mind which is peaceful, you must keep a sharp eye on your daily movements of thought, your body, the way you think, the way you eat. You cannot watch yourself when you eat. It's very, very difficult. You can try it. In your life, if you can watch even 3 minutes, 4 minutes while eating, then you should know that you have good chances. You can't. A person who is eating cannot follow his process of eating through awareness. It's mostly impossible because the mind is chit-chatting while you eat. Therefore, you must give attention when you eat. Then it is good healthy food. It is good health. When you give attention, start from attention, not from food. Not what you eat is not relevant. The attention you are giving what you are eating, that is relevant. That is more important. And then you will see, then you become sensitive, and that sensitivity will choose the right food. It is called body intelligence. Mostly people don't have body intelligence because your mind dominates, your psyche dominates the body. Your tastes of different food, your habits of foods dominate. Your tongue dominates. The taste of your tongues dominates. That's why you don't know what is healthy food. You eat lots of fatty, sugar, and already poisoned vegetables. You don't have sensitive to buy organic food. You can spend thousands of rupees, lakhs of rupees in marriages, in buying the gold for your woman, for your family. But you never spend money for organic food because you have no sensitivity for that. At least 25 years to 30 years ago, when I was even having no money traveling, I have a very little money. I always prefer to buy organic food because I was knowing I have to eat this food and I have to live with this food 24 hours, and it will affect my whole body, my whole mind. So I refuse to eat other food. And now here I'm living in this village. I drive every week mostly to Germany to pick up the best food, organic food, and the milk from the Alp mountains, the cheese from Switzerland, which is the cows who are eating herbs, waste grass, and this milk is 100 times better quality, So it is not a question of good food, because you must develop first. I'm saying develop. Develop is material. You should develop this area and material things a little. And role of exercise and their intensity. Exercise is very important, but you can't do exercise because here also you are lazy, because your mind is always searching comfort. So you do exercise only a few days and then you are finished. Then you forget 1 month and then you start again. You should do exercise every day. At least 1 hour, that your fat intake should be burned out. You must have right exercise, but all these things comes secondary when your mind is cleansed. So first you start from the mind, from cleaning your thought. Otherwise you can't go further. You will come back again. You will return to your habits again, to your structures, your social structures. You can't. Start from mind cleaning, which I told you. And now you asked again, is there an impact of 5 elements, namely Mother Earth, water, fire, air, Akash, into the spiritual development of human beings? Unfortunately, not at all. They have no impact. As I told you, these things are material. Water, earth, fire, air, everything's material. It's very... But of course, if you have a dirty water, like in India, very dangerous to drink water from the tap, you will get lots of diseases. So in that level, it has effect. And you say Mother Earth. If you really think your earth is mother, then you will not treat the earth so ruthlessly, so destroying the earth. Throwing the plastic bottles, plastic bags everywhere, which I observed. I was staying in your house, and when I was going away, next to your house, there is an empty field which is filled by plastic papers, plastic bags. So don't say just mother, because you will not hurt your mother, do you? So you are not treating this earth as a mother. Otherwise, this earth can provide you everything, can nourish you. You're not treating its mother. Of course, earth, if you really think it is mother, then it has a big contribution for it can support your spiritual flowering. Water can be supportive, and fresh air, which is free from carbon. And if you live in New Delhi or in Delhi, which is 500 times polluted than normal pollution, then you will have asthma and many diseases. It's like a gas chamber. So how you can meditate there, understand? And if you have That's why I tell you always, get up for 4 o'clock before these people who get up and destroy the earth. You have still a little fresh air. And fire, I love fire very much. Have you seen in my room, all this fire is burning. I don't use, however, my whole room is a whole house is modern with heaters heated by the hot waters. But I use fire because when you see fire, it has an impact. The light, the warmth, you share that. These elements have their impact on your body and mind, of course, if they are pure. It could be supportive, of course, there's no doubt. That's why you go out. Why do you go in jungle or in nature? Because you get fresh air, fresh water from the waterfall. You are happy there. Why Buddha left these all luxuries? The luxuries for what? You are blind, you are killing to each other for land, for money, for house. Why Buddha left these things? The things for what? Whole humanity is killing to each other. This is called intelligence, Can you leave a little things? You can't. You are so much attached with your furniture, with your accumulated material things. If they get broken, you become broken. You get broken. If your smartphone get broken, you feel very sad. Be honest. If you lose your pocket, your purse, which is filled of lots of money, and your credit cards, your Visa card, your driving license, you would get upset whole day. You can't sleep. So what you possessed, you become that things, and these things possess you then. That's why many mighty teachers, great, they left to purify it. It is purification actually. It is nothing to do with spiritual development or such things. Actually is illusion. Spiritual development does not exist. It is your invention, your mind. It's a wrong thing. But these elements can purify you if you are cleansed at thought level. Otherwise, not possible. That's why I tell you, start with your thought. From there comes all diseases in your body. Because your body is it cannot fight against thought, Body is material. You pressure your body very much, You are putting lots of pressure in your body through eating, through comfort, through fear, through greed. You are always demanding, so it gets burned out, The body becomes very, very weak, incapable, and then suddenly body breaks down and accepts lots of diseases, You understand this deeply. And not only understand, you must change also, because it is not a lecture I am giving you. It is not a knowledge, because knowledge is the enemy of man. I am not giving you any informations. I am just throwing the light on the reality, on facts. You cannot argue against these facts, because they are as they are. So you must change. Why don't you change? Who told you that you should not eat good food? Why you don't have good health? This question you should ask. Why? Who prevents you? And if you ask this question, you will find that your thought prevents it. You are your own enemy, because you are giving shelter to that wrong thought. A wrong thought means habits. They don't allow you to be healthy. They don't allow you to eat healthy food. They don't allow you to do you right exercise, because your whole energy is you are putting to accumulate worldly things, buried, family, all this working. 40 years you work, and so you become very insensitive human beings. So to be again sensitive, it is never late. You can again rejuvenate, electrify your brain again, become sensitive. It is possible immediately. If you understand, then you can immediately. It won't take much time, because habit takes time, but to remove the habits doesn't take time. That is the beauty. So first, there's no spiritual development. Because it is already developed. You have to join just. Why don't you join? Life is to join, and that is spiritual. Spirituality is not separated from the life. You have separated everything. That's why you are suffering. You don't see things holistically, which is the total health. Seeing the life holistically is the real health. Namaste.
Dear Master Nagendra Shri, the second question from Hemendra Jain. He asks, is there an impact of the 5 elements, namely Mother Earth, water, fire, air, and sky, in the spiritual flowering of human beings? Pranam.
Second part, Hemendra. Listen carefully. To have peaceful mind, you should live peacefully each moment, because what matters how you live. That living creates peace or unpeace. If your movements of life which you exchange in your relationship are not peaceful, or originating from stress, from fear, from greed, from the past, then you cannot live peacefully. You cannot have peace. Peace is the art of living actually. It is an active actions. It is not just closing your eyes, then you will be peaceful. It is just childish. During the action, you must be peaceful, that only that action takes place. Then this action does not create friction, and when there is no friction, there is peace, because energy is not wasted and dissipated. Similarly is the right food. Eat right food, then you are healthy. And this mirrors through your body. If you see a person, you can immediately, if you are sensitive, you can see that this person is eating healthy food or not, because his body mirrors everything. You have asked 5 elements. If 5 elements have any impact on spiritual development, you see your body has already made by these 5 elements. Your body is elements, these elements. Only these elements are not in order, they are imbalance. Imbalance elements are called disease, illness. You got it? So this element cannot have any impact on your spiritual flowering, but can support it if each element is healthy. Then you have no disease. You don't dissipate your energy in disease. If you have pain, your all energy goes there. Therefore, you must have a painless body, and all elements are cooperating. For example, pure water and pure air and fire, which is sun. Sun bath is very healthy. Your skin needs vitamin, and so these elements and space, Akash, you need space. Have you seen people have little space in their houses? They have concrete flats and they are living many people in one flat. So you do not have enough space. Similarly, you do not have clean water and clean air. And mostly people do not go to see sunrise, and sunset and take the sun bath. These all things are supportive, and one must have as a base a right foundation. I think you understand it. Holistic health is not one direction. Not only body and food. If you are eating good food, so what? What will happen then? do not satisfy with small things, with these elements and food. They are basic things but not enough, very small things, but at least they should be healthy and clean. All elements should be clean, so you are disease free. And high quality food, organic food. And when you are eating, be aware, so you cannot overeat. Let your body decide what to eat, what not to eat, when to sleep, when not to sleep, and exercise. Don't put pressure from your mind to your body. Let the intelligence of your body manifest in your life if you give the space to your body. Mind should work for its room and the body should work for its room. They should not interfere to each other. They should cooperate to each other. And then there is intelligence which decides the right things. Namaste.